Hello everyone. Thanks for having me. My name is Mazen Fayad. I'm leading the government business for Microsoft Middle East and Africa. I'm not new to the government business, where I've spent more than 17 years of my life working across different roles and accountabilities. Mainly my focus has been towards how to provide our citizens, our employees, even our business stakeholders, with the right quality of service in a simple way, agile, scalable, across the different time zones where we have been engaged across multiple areas within the regions. So digital transformation within governments, it's not a new subject. This is the most constant subject that it comes to conversation. Over the past couple of years, we have been talking a lot about digital transformation within governments, while before that, we have been speaking about digitization and automation of an existing business processes and services, and how we can automate the existing manual process to more of a digital process through our Omni and digital channels. The big sponsor actually who has helped us a lot in accelerating the digital transformation within the government sector, unfortunately, it's COVID. And the pandemic has influenced every single business stakeholders within the governments across the GCC region and Middle East and Africa region, even from our worldwide communities, to move from a physical interaction of a service delivery and service provisioning to more of a digital interaction. And this has influenced our engagement model to provide our government customers with the right platforms, tools, products that can help them accelerate adoption of all those services, to provide them with the right quality of services, and even to go beyond that by innovate and bring new services and products to the play. So looking at the digital transformation, especially over the past couple of years, we will see that it goes beyond what we have been expecting, and even the future of it will go beyond that. So if we looked at the different trends that impact the digital transformation within government, we have actually sorted out the 6 main trends that impact the government transformation through the effective citizens, where citizens are demanding that governments provide them with a convenient, effective services. Controlling cost. Everywhere we go and meet with customers, especially around governments, as well as the enterprise customers as well, you will see that controlling cost, it's a big issue and a challenge across every IT director, CIO, especially after the impact and all the transformation that's happening across all the economic challenge because of the impact of the pandemic. Security and privacy. With the increased the pace of the cloud adoption across the worldwide region and the community within Middle East and Africa, we will see that security and privacy has moved to the top concerns across all the different government entities, especially when it comes to data classification, data management, and how they can keep an eye on all the data exchange across the different government, business, and even private entities, and the use of data integration with open source data elements, as well as how we can make sure that we provide every single stakeholders with the data sets that fits with his profile or her profile. Mobility, as usual. All the citizens, all the business stakeholders, employees have been looking at how they can get the right service quality with the right access anywhere, anytime, through any device. So this has created more opportunity for all the technology providers to innovate and bring more innovative solutions that solve and resolve all those challenges. Modernization of IT and AI. in every single session or discussion, we will see that artificial intelligence, disruptive technologies in general, especially when you mix them all together, artificial intelligence with robotics, artificial intelligence with mixed reality, augmented reality, all those became a challenge because the use of those type of disruptive technologies would require the governments to innovate from a service delivery perspective. We used to see an e-government services where citizens logged in through a portal and acquire a specific service. Right now, the innovation is about how we can provide a sort of shared services platform through a pure innovative process from disruptive technologies with an AI that can predict the behavior and provide a type of service on the right time. Bots, the bot solutions, where you interact with a digital assistant through the government's representations and ask all your questions and get all your services done quicker instead of waiting for a very long time to get a presence from an official person to reply all your requests. So all those reflects from an IT and AI type of automation to the government citizen services. Making decisions and taking actions with the advanced data analytics. In any digital transformation across all the different government entities or any organization on earth, data is the foundation. As much as we are able to get the best use of the huge amount of data they have to be a source for innovation and improvement, through analytics, advanced analytics, insights, provide forecasting, prediction. This is the way forward in order to accelerate the digital transformation within any governments. So looking at the technology perspective, which technologies that really impact the digital transformation acceleration within the government sector? We will see that, not in order, of course, IoT, for example, the Internet of Things, where government IoT solutions from the different technology providers, and I can speak on Microsoft in that perspective, we can help connect infrastructure to better regulate traffics, for example, in transportation industries, make emergency systems more efficient. As we know, the government is an industry of industries. So we do have the power and utility organizations, we do have cities and municipalities organizations. We also have a transportation and managing the traffics. We look at the public health, we look at the public safety, justice, finance, and many of those vertical industries within the governments would require an integration through the Internet of Things and many others. And reduce the policies and emergency response time that requires to provide the service to the target citizens faster. So in Microsoft, for example, we give an access to a comprehensive portfolio of products and services and solutions to make the most out of your IT opportunities across the devices, cloud integration and analytics, and even from a back-end systems perspective. Big data and quantum computing. The majority of us, if it's not all, have heard a lot about the quantum computing and how this will accelerate the speed of resolving specific issues and coming up with the right solutions instead of hours or days, in minutes or seconds even. So governments are using data a lot in every single transaction, because data, this is the treasure that we have. So technology changed, technology evolved over time, and from a hardware, from a software, but getting the best use of our data is the target and objective by every single business holders. However, they are not necessarily used to working with that data in unstructured ways. nor are they used to volatility of data now entering their organization data transactional and generated by sensors, cameras, intelligent edge devices through an AI embedded type of software components. And we will see those examples a lot within the smart city type of engagement model, where we capture all those data and analytics elements to provide with a seamless type of traffic transactions, or we provide our citizens with a better journey that saves his time, health, safety, and to provide them with the highest and best quality of service. Analytics, machine learning, and artificial intelligence, as I mentioned before, by bringing greater wisdom into analytics and service delivery with on-demand cloud-based computer. Those type of services has enhanced over the past couple of years a lot through a deeper understanding of the behavior of our stakeholders by actually branding some of the initiatives that we have been looking at within the smart city type of engagement through a conscious cities. Cities and municipalities, provinces, where they understand the people behavior and act accordingly. When they track all the history and the past of their actions and attitudes and incidents and build the right portfolio that suits them better to provide them with the highest quality and class of service that they have never, ever think of. Identity management. And identity management's what will govern the interaction between the government entities, their employees, with all the different type of citizen portfolios and suppliers and vendors who interact with their software offerings, with their products and devices. How we can enhance this communication through a multi-matrix type of interaction between the different type of stakeholders, and involve an understanding who they are, what they do, and what their relationship with the governments through a specific type of service. Security. We will see that cybersecurity has been always on every single discussion, of course. Challenges involving governments, commercials, and private stakeholders has been always there, especially when escalating the government many issues that has been increasingly rely on information technology as part of their critical infrastructure. So, for example, we have invented an effective cybersecurity solutions that can scale to meet the requirements of both large and small public safety organizations, to make sure that we are paving the way for an accelerated digital transformation road across all our government stakeholders, cognitive services and solutions. In all of this, leveraging cognitive abilities provides the ability to create interfaces that serve all users, all citizens, including natural speech, multi-language, contextualized knowledge. And we will see that happening across multiple priority vertical industries, such as tourism, such as and any type of tourism where citizens or visitors or tourists can leverage speech to text. And by the way, it fits highly actually with justice by eliminating the time by more than 90% through the investigation process, by taking all the text and the investigation process into text and given analytics quicker by far through leveraging cognitive solutions and AI. Moving with the three priority areas where we classify the engagement model with the government, through the governments with its citizens. We will see that the government mission focused on the three main priorities. One of them through engaging and connecting properly with their citizens, modernize the government workspace for their employees and to provide them with the best effective and efficient workspace environments where it can help them maximize their productivity, and making sure that we are providing them with all the tools that can help them provision the highest quality of services. Enhance government services through the optimization of their current operation, and make it simple, faster, agile, scalable, using those priorities that can then envision how digital transformation and digital technology can advance governments in a meaningful and valuable way. So when we look at citizen perspective and how we engage them in governments, we understand that providing digital services to citizens, as we have been doing e-government for long, actually for a couple of decades now. However, providing digitally transformed services that engage with citizens using intelligent edge and powered with intelligent cloud present new opportunities across all our government customers. This goes beyond online transaction. We can now leverage new collaboration, communication, mobile productivity capabilities to bring new service quality and service type of services and new products to the government contact centers with their citizens, and even to leverage a specific type of services to the different business stakeholders within the borders of the country themselves. So portals, mobile application is the start. However, these are also now the lowest common denominator. Basic expectations of citizen engagement now involves both breadth of services available and, most critically, the breadth of interfaces available. Leveraging cognitive services, as I mentioned before, and data analytics that can not only process transactions online, but can do a lot more using conversational bots, solutions through the digital assistants to interact with citizens in a way that they feel they are receiving personalized service. Some of the initiatives where we have been engaging with some of the government with is how we can provide every single citizen with a personalized digital assistance where they can provide them with alerts, guidelines, advice on the services, on actions that has to be made by the citizen themselves. And same for the employees based on their profile and the type of job they are performing. So this would require a proper enablement and the highest quality of voice enable such a conversation or other services where augmented reality will play a major role with, for example. So users can speak and type and even wave to get their service done. So leverage features enabled in edge devices, and edge devices where we are referring to the devices that has all the software components with AI capabilities that can perform properly in a hybrid cloud environment, which is part of on-prem and the other part from a cloud perspective. So just to make it more clear, modern technology is causing a shift in societal behavior. People are able to address most daily needs from any place, anytime, and any device. As a result, citizen expectations of governments are changing as well. Citizens expect their governments to adapt to the ways in which companies interact with their customers. They have been even looking further to that. They want the government to provide them with a neat and more professional type of services than even the enterprise sector. in a quicker way, more efficient, as I mentioned, ubiquitous type of services. So citizens expect fundamental government services such as business loans, license, renewals, tax filing, social services to be fully digitized or even improved with the right accessibility type of enhancement features and in a convenience way. So across all the different type of citizen services, we are raising the expectations by providing more innovative way of interacting with our citizens. So if we looked into more details through the citizen engagements to cover the diversity and inclusion elements to it, where we will see is at the forefront of every government's mind, today's citizens demand a higher level of citizen services, including ability of access government resources with tools they use every day. So I will give you an example with this regards. So our citizens, for example, Fatima or Ali was recently injured, and they are trying to navigate the process of applying for disability benefits. And by the way, people with disabilities, it doesn't mean that it has to be permanent disability. Any one of us can be within a specific time frame considered as a disabled person, and this is a part-time of disability. How we can leverage digital transformation devices and software that can provide the seamless user experience for our citizens during the different times where they are fit or even partially disabled, part-time, or even permanent disabled. And same for the diversity, whether they are gender diversity or any others through the language diversity, how we can provide them with a type of unified citizen experience. So the citizen-focused government solution for social services, for example, for Fatima, is able to apply, however, is the most comfortable for her, whether in person, at kiosk, online, comfort at their home. This efficient and convenient process makes it easy for her to perform an important task that was once cumbersome and difficult. The number of accessibility solutions that we have embedded across all our portfolio of products and services is actually almost unlimited, from visual, from interacting, and many others, and even from the gaming perspective. The second priority, and I'm trying to be cautious about the time while I have lots of information where I need to cover, is again from the government, where they have been looking at how to use technology to automate work for decades. What we now see is that we have big software systems, legacy applications, some of them considered as a modern application, but they are don't actually support all the work we do. In my previous job, actually, before joining Microsoft, we analyzed that our financial work alone and everything we do use technology outside of the systems. For example, like generating a specific Excel sheets for expenses or something like that to audit and contract payments, provide our employees with tools to support productivity and collaboration in a very traditional way. So the role of every government is to equip their employees with the right collaboration, communication platforms with the tools in order to make their jobs much easier and to perform with the highest and best quality. how we can grab all the different tools together into a single platform where it accelerates their productivity and to make it much easier for them. So finding a one complete collaboration solutions has been a vision and target for us, for example. So governments needs to collaborate, collaboration services that span messaging, conferencing, telephony, social interaction, collaboration, content management, data analytics, visualizations, and many others into a single platform. If no one has heard about the new product that Microsoft has launched, by the way, it's not new anymore, which is Microsoft Viva, I would advise everyone to invest 5 minutes to look about the capabilities and the features that has been introduced within Viva product, which is beyond Teams and the others. Anyway, governments need also tools that better connect their employees and information across boundaries, enabling remote and online collaboration and allowing citizens greater access to services and interaction with officials. So collaborate to build better citizen services through an enhanced employee experience. So I will try to move quicker and in order to give a couple of minutes for people to ask questions. I wish that this is like 30 minutes of a speech where I can cover them all. But by the way, you can interrupt me during the discussion if there is something that you need me to answer. So from the experience where government must provide their employees with the tools that they need in order to do their jobs as efficient as possible. So this is an example where we provide one of our employees with an application for social services, benefits and disability department is processing his application and includes a forecast of the person injury benefits based on his unique profile. This case worker assigned to the person in order to give him a meeting request over a communication channel and to provide him with all the services that he's looking for, even before he asks for it based on his unique profile, for example. The third priority is focused on enhancing and optimize the existing processes and operation within the government. So we firmly believe that advances in cloud analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning open the doors for governments to reassess these unchangeable operations. In fact, integrating software devices and data services may create even more efficiencies than what we used to do. And by the end of my presentation, there's a couple of examples where Microsoft, focusing from the Middle East and Africa perspective, we have been used for driving and accelerating government digital transformation, as well as taking into consideration the sustainable development goals identified by UN, for example, to enhance the government ranking from that perspective. Also, this reflects on achieving the right sustainability elements across the different pillars of sustainability through reducing the carbon footprint, water, environment, enhanced operation, and many others. So I will skim through them quickly by the end. So, and this is another example of how computing systems has been leveraged to advance and accelerate the government performance and improve the internal operation. And a quick example for that, when we look at the one-stop shop type of engagement model, we will see that government entities, for example, some of the investments authorities, they have reduced the time required to issue an investor certificate from 3 months to 3 hours. This is not only the idea. Look at the impact that will be achieved on the government themselves from an FDI, from the foreign direct investment perspective, and how this will attract more potential investors to open and establish their business. So the impact on the economy is huge if we leverage the right elements through the digital transformation within the government space. So almost everything I've been saying today, it touches specific elements or digital transformation opportunities within the government space. So the objective is how to accelerate, not just to achieve the success in the future. So the first opportunity we see as a core to government digital transformation is for government to re-embrace the role as a public platform. The idea of government as a platform is as old as recorded time. Villages and town square had town squares. Town squares has been used for people to interact. Government operate some resources and drove the entire community and economy in a public market. Communication has been dedicated for a specific areas and place where people communicate and read the new changes and collaborate. And we do have an open space for people to gather, to communicate. So the idea is how we can build the government of the future as a platform. Look, the discussion around the government transformation can take too long, but have been trying to give you some glimpse of how we can accelerate government digital transformation through leveraging the right tools and technology. And I'm happy to reach out to me anytime for any further questions. Happy to engage with you all and to provide you with all the required materials and solutions that help you excel in your government transformation journey. Thank you, and let me know if you have any questions.